Oh, there's probably gonna be people in here. Okay, we're at 29. That is probably good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start sorting out roles. When I ask for a role, if you are willing to fulfill it, please say in Alliance chat. That's the only place I will need to get the roles, so... Okay, that should be everything I need to get sorted out. So first of all, I need a duelist. If you're willing to duel, set your chat mode to Alliance /die. All I ask is that you have cleared to rest before. I'm gonna give you until about the past. Yo, Eric, if you want to roll real quick. Damn, this guy's already gone. Okay, well, Valthara will be our duelist. We'll sort out precepts in a second. Do I have any DPS who would like to be the Flare Star user? If you want a Flare Star, just say in Alliance chat. All I ask is that you not be the only caster in your party, or the only fizz ranger in your party. Flare Star, that is perfectly okay. I do need someone to lead golems for me. I see Eric's there, I see Lorian's there, I see Volpak's there. Someone's gonna do it. Oh, Val's gonna Flare Star.
Make Eric do it.
Let's see. I need volunteers for Rind Armor. If you're willing to Rind Armor, set your chat mode to Alliance, just volunteer for me. Oh, Cam is doing them. Okay, that works. That's fine. I do need Rin armor volunteers though. Please do volunteer for Rin. If no one volunteers, then I will volunteer other people. Okay, seems like we don't have volunteers for Rin armor, so I'm gonna pick out 2 people to Rin. That's fine. All you need to do is bring the right stuff. I'll explain how to use it, what to do. There's a Rin armor holster, that's what you're gonna be bringing if you're Rin. Need Rin armor. Yeah, Blackguard is our current third star. Minato, you will be Rin 1. Let's see who I'm volunteering. Yeah, that's enough. Hopefully, probably. We will need, one more Rin armor user. Luna, perfect. So Luna Mayhem and Minato will be our 2 Ren armors. I need a healer to volunteer for Banish. If you're willing to Banish, please say something. Ballpark will bring Banish, perfect. Okay, finally, I need physical and magical batteries. If you are planning to mimic Chain as a DPS, please feel free to volunteer as a physical or magical battery. All you're doing is replacing one mimic with an excellence. Again, if you're willing to be a physical battery, please say so in Alliance chat. Same with magic battery. Eric will have Font Power Excellence at Queen. I see Sancti will be another magic battery, so I will have Velvet Queen, Sancti at TA. I would like more physical batteries if possible. If you're willing to be a physical battery, please say so. Okay, Annie will be our QG caster battery. Still looking for 2 physical batteries. If you volunteer for battery, I will give you 3 free heroisms. Please, if you're going to... You see, that's the magical thing. You can both dervish and battery. I'm gonna post a little GIF that shows you how to, or what battering is all about. If you're a vet and you've never done it before, it's a very easy way to increase your damage. Okay, I will have Freya to turn me about. Anyone else who wants the magic battery, please speak up in Alliance chat. If I miss someone, also just repeat it, because... Oh, Echo. Yeah, if you want to come to Curl Echo, I will give you 3 heroism if you battery. So let's see. Echo, were you willing to be a physical battery? Okay, perfect. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle parties around. Um, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move some stuff around to make things comfortable for some people and get us some full parties. And then we'll handle precepts. That's the last thing we haven't done. So I'm gonna go and move some people around. So Echo, you're gonna carry one excellence in your holster as well as two mimics, and then you will be the the Queensguard battery. So if you just bring the normal battery holster for physical range, you should be fine. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move a couple people around. I am going to have, to make sure our duelist has an astrologian, I'm going to ask Terra Deck and Ballpark Hot Top to swap parties. So Ballpark and Terra, if you guys could each leave and then rejoin the opposite parties, Ballpark in A, Terra in M. Again, Terra, if you could leave the party, I'm gonna put the party back up with fixed slots. There we go. Party Finder is back up. If you could just join on the opposite party. Okay, let's see. Cam will be on slime side. Cam, you're gonna start with Percept or... Okay, Cam will be on Slime's Percept. Oh wait, let me finish moving parties around. Okay, can I have... I'm gonna break up Alliance C. Can I have Minato Yuki join Alliance E for me? Again, Minato, please leave and join Alliance E for me. Luna Mayhem and Lucian Faye, I'm gonna ask you guys both to leave and join Alliance B for me. And then I'm going to have, can I have Wobble and Penelo please swap parties? So Wobble, if you want to leave, join Alliance C. Penelo, if you want to leave, join Alliance A. That'll give them a tank. Penelo, Gabriata, Or not brought? Yeah.
I'm about to right now switch over.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure.
You said A, right?
Yep, please join Alliance A.
For a tank?
I'm gonna unlock the slot real quick. Give me 1
Oh,
second.
okay. I was
Nope,
scared.
you're gonna stay on your original job. So now I'm gonna ask for a couple more roles. I need a Golem Percept and a TA Percept. If you're willing to fulfill either of those roles, please say so in Alliance chat. If E is full, they can go back to C, I guess. But yeah, I do need a Trinity Avowed Preceptor and a Golem's Preceptor. Anyone who is in Alliances D, E, or F can be a Golem's Preceptor. Anyone who is anyone can be a Trinity Avowed Preceptor. William will be a Preceptor for Trinity Avowed. Okay, yeah, I'm sure someone will have fun Power Excellence at Trinity Seeker. We'll make sure that once we go inside. Eric will be the Golem's Preceptor. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy paste all of our rules real quick. Please go ahead and join my thread. Please go ahead and join my thread. I'm gonna paste it like several times in a DRS chat. That's where all images and the roster will be posted. Pretty much anything related to this run from that here on out will be posted in there. That being said, there's a couple things I'm gonna go over real quick before we instance in. First and foremost is pure essences. Pure essences are required. There are heavy raid riots as well as heavy DPS checks inside Delubrum Reginae Savage. If you do not have a pure essence, you will not be able to survive, or you will not be able to deal a meaningful amount of damage. Please ensure you have pure essences. They're very easy to get, and there are vets who are willing to give them away for free. If you do not have enough pure essences, that should be about 4 for your role. Please ask an Alliance chat for more. There are many people, myself included, who will straight up give them to you, like the rich neighborhood giving away entire Kit Kat bars. Okay, I can give you some more pure essences real quick. Let me... Minato, if you want to come to Krill, I will give them away. Alternatively, I'm sure there's someone on Marlborough who is willing to give them away as well. Okay. That said, again, pure essences are required. Additionally, the actions I asked of you to bring are required. Please make sure to check out my required posters. They were required reading to even get the password. They have everything you'll need as far as actions, essences, anything of the sort. If you're new, just go to the beginner holsters. You can pretty much copy paste exactly what I have into your holsters. If you're missing any actions, please say so in Alliance chat and get some more of them. There are people who are willing to give them away to you or sell them to you for very cheap if you need more action. Especially stuff like re-raisers. Re-raisers are one of the few ways to get people back to life in Delubrum Reginae Savage. Inside DRS, there is a resurrection restricted debuff, just like in VA. It's very hard to get people up. The ways to get people up are also very limited. Re-raisers are the best way to get people back to life, as it is an 8-8 item that has a 70% chance to bring you back to life. Please make sure that you are using the resistance re-raiser item and not the action lost re-raise, as lost re-raise takes an action slot and those are very valuable.
Opon B needs one more for LB3.
Okay, we can do that. I'm gonna have Luna Mayhem swap to B for me. So Luna Mayhem, go ahead and join Alliance B. Luna Mayhem, if I could have you drop and join Alliance B for me, would be appreciated. That said, yeah, actions are required, essences are required, actions are required. I'll go over more about how to use the actions, but please make sure that you are bringing your required actions. It should be noted that if you are the only caster in your party, you are bringing Cure 4. Cure 4 is not only a very powerful heal that is 5 to 10 times stronger than any of your healer's heals, it also provides your party with a 10% damage bonus. You can keep this damage bonus up with 100% uptime, so please, if you are a caster, bring Cure 4. You are not only the primary, you're not only a primary healer, but you are also a powerful damage bonus. Additionally, if you are a physical range DPS, you are bringing Dervish. Dervish is a powerful damage buff for your party as well, and it can be applied on every 2-minute window. Please make sure to bring Dervish if you are a physical range DPS, as it is a huge gain for your party, more than any damage actions you could bring personally. With that said, that's pretty much everything I have to go over with my spiel. I'm gonna go ahead and run a ready check. If you are missing anything, please say no to the ready check. We're gonna wait for them to join P, and then I'll run another ready check. Okay, they are back. I'm gonna run one more ready check. Again, if you are missing anything, please say no to this ready check. There are people who will literally give you anything you are missing. Please say ready if you need it. MBO, you were going to use the Mimic at Trinity Avowed to get more charges of Blood Rage. Well, if you do budget your Blood Rage, you can easily have it for the entire instance. If the times go longer, it's nice to have more charges, just in case. One more ready check in just a moment. I know some people are figuring out holsters still, some people are joining. I'm gonna run one more ready check. Again, if you are missing anything, this is your last chance. After this, I'm going to do a hard ready check of queuing us in. As soon as I can type here, boy. Again, we will give you anything and everything you are missing. If you do not have the action, please speak up now or forever hold your peace. Galdredin, are you missing anything? Are you ready? Please say so if you need. Okay, camera's ready. I'm just gonna do a hard ready check. If you are missing anything, again, you've had your chance to connect. I'm gonna cue us in. Go ahead, tab and hit commence. Tab into the game, hit commence. We are going into Delubrum Reginae Savage. Please tab in and hit commence. Tab in, hit commence. Press that funny little commence button for me.
Hey, Opal, did you want me to drop on golems to call it? Because I was going to. Eric cannot.
I mean, if you want to.
You're the host.
I mean, I don't care either way. I mean, worst case.
Is there somebody else on golems that would call it? I should ask for anybody else.
I mean, worst case, I have like, I don't know, L'Oreal, are you willing to? Val's there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, make them do it.
Yeah.
I won't worry about it.
There's lots of people who can do it. First one to speak up gets to do it. I'm gonna cue us back in one more time. Please, please, please tap into the game defense. I want to go in. It's been 3 days since I entered the instance. Please, I need another hit. Please tap in and hit your commence button. There we go. Congratulations on completing the hardest check in Delubrum Reginae Savage, which is filling APF and entering it. If you knew you're gonna have a cutscene to watch, go ahead and let that play out. It's a little different than normal, I think. This time, once you get out of the cutscene, you're going to be locked behind a gate. Once that gate drops, please do not touch either of the shiny glowing pads. I know they attract you like moths to a lamp, but do not go near them. If you take those jump pads, you will jump down to either slimes or golems, and you will have no way to get back up. This is not like normal mode where you can use a return or a lodestone to get back to cache. Once you start, there is no going back. Please make sure you have everything you need before you drop down. I'm gonna ask that no one drops down. Instead, once you have everything you need, go back to your party's waymark. Go ahead, make sure to pop a Pure Essence and a Re-Razor, and then your 2 starting actions. After that, you can go into your Lost Signs cache, load up on all the actions you will need for the run, and go back to your party's waymark. Again, once you have a Pure Essence and Re-Razor active, 2 good starting actions, and everything you need in your holster, go back to your party's waymark. If you would like to start with Blood Rage Font of Power, you can find the prison with a square marker. I think the triangle marker actually doesn't have Excellence Font of Power at this time. If you have Excellence Font of Power, please put a triangle over your head. If you're a caster with Font of Magic and Excellence, please put a circle on your head as well. Wait, Val. Huh, that's not ideal. We are down a caster battery. That is unfortunate. If you are willing to be a caster battery, we're gonna have to last second change our queen battery. Please say something in alliance chat. Okay, Vlaknar has got it. Perfect. Thank you for covering that. I will go ahead and update the roster. Again, please do not touch the glowing pads. Once you have everything you need, go back to your party's waymark. A, B, C, D makes sense. A, B, C, D parties go to A, B, C, D. E is going to 3 because it looks like an E, and 4 goes to F because it starts with an F. If you go ahead and buddy check your parties, make sure everyone has a pure essence and a re-raiser. If someone does not have those things, go ahead and ask them. Maybe make sure to use those. You can also buddy check people's actions. Make sure everyone has the actions they're required to. If you don't know why someone has something, ask them. Val, if you just want to slot a font, you can mimic Sync Die and put a circle on their head. They have excellent font of magic. It's just a couple people at the cache, but they know what they're doing, probably, hopefully. With that said, again, double check your holsters, make sure you have everything you need. As a reminder for people who run on other DCs, I do require tanks to have shell too, as well as if you are the only tank, you are going to have either shell. Go quickly do a double check on your party. We're gonna go ahead and do ready checks. If someone in your party doesn't have everything you need, please say no to your party's ready check. Again, if someone does not have the right actions or is using like a pure sense or a user, please say no to the ready check. Otherwise, once your party is ready, say it in alliance chat. Let's see. I see E is ready, C is ready, B is ready, F is ready. So that is B, C, E, F. Just waiting on A and D. I know what's going on in A. Let me know when party D is ready. Party D is ready. Okay, perfect. At this time, if you're in parties D and F, please go into Discord. You're going to join the DRS East Golem's voice channel. That is one channel below us, DRS East Golem's. I'm sure someone will lead you over there, probably, hopefully. I don't know. Whoever speaks up the loudest gets to do it, so. If you are in parties A, B, and C, you should be the only ones in this voice chat. If you're in D and F, join the other one down there, where everything will get sorted out. Parties A, B, and C, go ahead and walk forward and take the jump pad in front of you. Again, parties A, B, and C, walk forward, take the jump pad ahead of you. Point there is no going back, so I hope everyone has everything they need. I'm gonna put up some markers. Please do not approach them until I ask for you to. Wait. There we go. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna need. I need 1 tank on each of the 1, 2, 3, 4 markers. Need tanks on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Smokey, if you could stand on the 2 for me. I'll explain what's gonna happen, what you're gonna do. Don't worry about if you're stressed about responsibility. It's very easy. I do just need 1 tank on 2 for me. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the tanks with a 1, 2, 3, and 4 to signify an order. These markers also correspond to rooms. 1 will be the southwest room, 2 is in the southeast, 3 is in the northeast, 4 is in the northwest. Very easy, very simple. I need DPS on A and B. I see Carter is in the north already. I need another DPS on B for me. These DPS will be the hallway tanks. Need 1 DPS on B for me. If no one stands on B, I'm going to volunteer someone to stand on B. So, perfect. Thank you, Zier. Okay, now I need 1 healer on each of the 1, 2, 3, and 4 rooms. Ballpark's on 4. I need 1 healer on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. I'm gonna mark you guys with 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hopefully you can figure out the line. Okay, that is all the essential, or I guess all the special rules out. Now, we are going to start drafting players to waymarks. I'm gonna say a name and then a marker. Please go to the marker when I assign you. Galdredon, can you come to 1? Graham, can you come to 2? Yatla, can you go to 3? Luna, can you go to 4? Other Luna, can you go to 1? Kamiko, can you go to 2? Belle, can you go to 3? And Echo, can you go to 4? Okay, then Penelope can go 1. Luzurian, you're gonna go to 1. Sancta, you're gonna go to 2. Cam, you can go wherever. I guess Luna can also go wherever. Yeah, there's 2 different limits. It is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining the slides. At this, I'm gonna explain it based on rules. Before I start explaining, a lot of my explanations come straight from a slideshow. The slideshow also doubles as a guide to the fights. If you would like to keep up with my explanations and your official winner, I highly recommend clicking into the slideshow and following along. That said, I'm gonna go based on the rules. So I'm gonna discuss the responsibilities role by role. First and foremost, tanks and healers. Tanks, you are going to set the tempo in this encounter by pulling most of your slimes and fusing them. There will be green slimes that drop from the center of the hallway. They're going to be green slimes that fall from the center of the hallway. You are going to have to grab them at certain times and pull them back to your assigned room. These green slimes will cast fusion and grow into a massive green slime that eventually will cast Rupture. Rupture is a big AoE that will give everyone nearby a green slime. We're going to need to have these Ruptures all go up at a certain time, so I will be asking you to do things at certain times, and you need to be on top of your game to do them. If that made you worry, if that sounded hard, don't worry, it really isn't. The way I do slimes is using the 3-2-1 method, okay? So, that 3-2-1 is how many slimes are going to be pulled. At the start, each tank is going to take turns grabbing 3 slimes from the middle. You're going to go into the middle, grab all 3 slimes that spawn, and pull them back to your rooms. An example call will be like tank 1, grab your 3, tank 2, get ready. Then tank 2, grab your 3, tank 3, get ready. So on and so forth until all tanks have their 3 green slimes. You're going to pull these together onto the green pad in your room, and you're going to have them viewed. Once all tanks have their 3, we're then going to enter the 2 phase. Once at that time, I will say something like tank 2, grab your 2, tanks 2 and 3, get ready. Again, tanks will be grabbing 2 green slimes at a time. You should have a total of 5 by the end of this phase, all fused together on your pad. You can tell if you have 5 by looking at your slime's buffs. It will have a plus 4 HP up and plus 4 damage up buff on it. Finally, healers, this is where your job comes in. Up until now, you should have just been helping out your DPS in your rooms and healing your tanks. Healers are going to pull the last slime for the tanks. Healers, when I call to get a slime, you're going to go to the doorway of your room. You're going to use your glare, your doses, your malefic, your broil to pull 1 slime back to the corner of your room. You want to pull it to the far north or far south corner. So if you're in the northwest room, you're going to pull it to the northeast corner. Northeast room, you're going to pull it to the northwest corner, so on and so forth. And you're going to get that 1 slime for your tank to provoke when I call for it. Once all rooms have their slime, with the main tank having their plus 4 slime and the healers having 1, I will call for tanks to target the green slime their healer has brought them. There will be a green slime in your room. You'll need to target it, and then I will give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, provoke. You'll need to provoke that green slime through the middle of your big green slime. You can look at your aggro list, and once you see both of them casting fusion, you're going to run out into the hallway, run up to the north, and then run all the way to the east to the far corner of the bridge. It'll be somewhere about like there. You're gonna run all the way over there, tuck in the corner, and you are done. With that said, tanks, healers, if you have any questions, please ask them. Otherwise, come jump in the middle on the hex 1 marker. Again, tanks, healers, if you have any questions, please ask them. So Jules, you were in the 1 room, so you're gonna pull it right over here, on the opposite side of this wall, pretty much where I'm standing, just on the opposite side of this wall. Yep, there you go. Yes, healers are only pulling the final slime, and I will say for healers to go to the doorway and grab 1 slime from the middle. At that time, again, please do not use your dots, use your basic GCD, do not use a dot. Literally, all of this will be called out for you, so don't worry. It'll be step-by-step instructions. All you have to do is be ready to follow the instructions. Hallway tanks, I'm going to make this quick. Your job is very simple. You're going to sit in the north or the south of the hallway, aiming the north, be at the south. There will be some potion soldiers that spawn. You just want to kill those. Very easy. Very simple. Zirin, if you have any questions, ask. Otherwise, it's very easy. That said, I'm going to talk to all the DPS now. Real quick, everyone go ahead and jump real quick. Don't want to get AFK killed. DRS has a 10-minute AFK timer. If you are AFK for 10 minutes or longer, you will get killed. Okay, now, DPS, you have probably the most important job in all of Slime's golems. It is very easy, don't worry, but it is also very important. You're going to go into your assigned rooms, again, 1 in the southwest, 2 in the southeast, 3 in the northeast, 4 in the northwest. You are going to pull the red slimes that drop from the ceiling inside those rooms. Again, there will be slimes that drop from there will be these red sanguine clots that drop from the ceiling in your rooms. You will need to attack them and kill them. Keep in mind that these red slimes will tether to the first person who attacks them. DPS, you should sit in the far corners of your rooms, attack the slimes to get them to tether to you, and then pull them, and then focus them down. With as many DPS we have, we should not have any issues killing them. However, if you are falling behind, oh god, my internet. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we
it's
can.
not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you can.
Just be
You
safe.
can.
Yeah, my game just completely crashed, so. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, DPS, again, most important job. You're going to attack and kill the red slimes that spawn in your rooms. Please make sure you are DPSing them down. Don't go AFK trusting your other DPS. All damage is helpful. There will be a point where I call to run to the north, or when I tell you to run out into the hallway, and then to the far east. Just kind of follow the tanks. Or you can use that flag I planted earlier. You're gonna go all the way to that far corner. Don't worry, you can't fall off. But yeah, very, very easy. Again, Slimes and Golems is very easy, however, it is the easiest place where things go wrong as well. If one red slime gets missed, if one green slime gets missed, things get really chaotic and could lead to wipe. So please make sure you are on top of your game, ready to do what is needed. With that said, at this time, go ahead and run ready checks in your parties. A party, you might not want to now, but B and C, run ready checks. I will ask you to put those in Yell chat once I get back in. Okay, parties B and C, if you are ready, please say so in Yell chat. Okay, A is ready, C is ready, let me know when ready. B is ready. B is ready, perfect. Can I have a reminder about where the traps are real quick? Okay, one final thing I didn't go over yet is the traps. Inside 2 of these rooms, as well as in the center of the hallway, there will be explosive or poison traps. All of these traps will kill you. Don't let the vet tank who is walking into it with all their med up fool you. Those traps will kill you unless you really know what you're doing. Please avoid any and all traps. As long as you hug the wall, you will never walk into a trap. We do already know that there's a trap in the southeast room, that is the 2 room, so unless you are in the 1 southwest room, please do not enter your room until it is perceptive. The only way you are safe entering your rooms is hugging the wall, so if you know what you're doing, feel free. Otherwise, just stand in your doorway until it is perceptive. That said, I'm gonna let them know that Slimes is ready. Okay,
they said
perfect.
they're ready.
Golems is also ready. At this time, tanks, please double check that your tank stances are on. This is sync content. Everyone make sure to summon your carbuncle, set your cardios and advanced partners. And we are going to get started in just a second. I'm going to start a 30-second countdown. This time, try not to use any big AoEs. Don't use stuff like a size or dance. You may aggro stuff you don't want to. Just use your single target. There's no reason you should ever be AoEing a lot of things anyways. Again, I'm gonna open the door in just a second. Please, just go ahead, go to your rooms, go to your doorways. Wait for camps at the middle, then go to your rooms. Tank 1, get ready. Tank 1, get ready. Tank 2, you are grabbing the next 3 slimes that drop. Middle's perceptive, red slimes are down. Go to your rooms, grab those red slimes. Tank 2, get ready. Tank 2, you are grabbing 3 green slimes. Someone sniped one of my slimes. Tank 3, you were grabbing 3 slimes from the middle. Tank 3, grab 3 slimes from the middle. 3 slimes from the middle. Tank 4, get ready. DPS, please kill those red slimes. Tank 4, you're grabbing the slimes that are in the middle, on aggro. DPS, focus on those red slimes. Go to your rooms, please. Red slimes have dropped. Please focus them and kill them. Tank 1 is next. You're grabbing 2 slimes. Tank 2, get ready. Tank 3, get ready. Tank 2, get ready. Tank 3, get ready. Tank 2, get ready. Tank 3, get ready. You were grabbing 2 slimes each. Tank 2 and 3, get your doorway. Grab 2 slimes each. Red slimes are down. Please focus them down. Red slimes are down. Focus them down. Tank 4, please go grab 2 green slimes. Tank 4, grab 2 green slimes. All healers, please go ahead and grab 1 green slime as soon as the next wave drops. Healer 6, you can grab the one that's in your room. Healers 5, 7, and 8, grab 1 slime from the middle of the hallway. This time, tanks, go ahead and target the green slimes that your healers have brought you, okay? I'm gonna give you a countdown. In 3, 2, 1, provoke. Please make sure that your green slimes are both on the center of your path. Tank 3, you might want to drag it on a little bit more. Red slimes have dropped. Please grab them and then run out through the north hallway once both slimes are cruising. Please go ahead and grab everything. Run out through the north hallway. Run out to the north hallway and then run to the far east. Run out to the far hallway and then run to the far east. Run out to the far hallway and run out to the far east. We're going to tuck in tightly in this corner. Please make sure that all of your job gauge is filled. You want as many of your cartridges, your soul gauge, anything like that as possible. Tuck in tightly in this corner. Build whatever it is you need to build. Congratulations, very smooth, very good job. Go ahead and take that jump pile. Okay, congratulations on the very, very smooth slimes and golems. At this time, I'm going to clear up all the markers over people's heads. I'm also going to ask that all tanks turn off your tank stands. All tanks turn off your tank stands. The only one who needs their tank stands on is me because I am cringe. I'm gonna do some quick Tree Seeker explanations. Yeah, we're gonna do quick Tree Seeker explanations. If you're new, make sure to focus up. This boss is very fast, but the mechanics are actually very simple. So as long as you're paying attention, you'll be fine. Does anyone have the good TS markers? The primal ones? Also the Aether ones, I guess. I think they're the same. I don't know.
Does that work?
There we go, that's the ones. Beautiful. Okay. Welcome to Trinity Seeker. Again, this boss is very fast, very similar to normal mode, just a lot faster, and chains attacks together a lot faster as well. Please make sure you're paying attention and focusing on staying alive, as your life is worth more than whatever use you would have gotten by greeting. Some of the notable, before I get started explaining, I'm going to quickly recommend to everyone the same thing I recommended to the people on the slime sign, and that is to click into my fight guide, as that is where basically all my explanations come from. This has visual examples of every mechanic, as well as longer explanations that I will actually say aloud. That said, the first big mechanic of Trinity Seeker is going to be Fourfold Mercy. Fourfold is very, very similar to normal mode, except just a lot faster. I will call out the safe spots based on the numbers. So for example, I might call something like 1, 2, 3, 4. What that means is you're going to go towards the 1, then to the 2, then to the 3, then to the 4. I may also say something like back, back, front, front. That is supplemental to the number calls. That is also calling where you are safe. So for example, if I say back, back, front, front, you're going to be at the back for the first 2 slashes, then to the front for the next 2. after Fourfold Mercy is pretty much always a Seasons of Mercy. This is actually the deadliest mechanic in Trinity Seeker. It is very scary, but it's a lot easier if you break it down into its 4 parts. It's always going to have a set of checkered line AoEs first, followed by a gaze mechanic. You're going to need to dodge the ice lines and then look away from the gaze that is on 1, 2, 3, or 4. After that is another set of line AoEs, followed by the bloom that spawns, doubling in size. You're going to need to dodge another set of line AoEs and then run away from the big bloom. This bloom will also be on 1, 2, 3, or 4. You will want to move opposite of it. So if it is on 3, you will want to move towards 1, and vice versa. Other than that, a couple other big mechanics. Baleful Firestorm, this is the Ifrit dashes. The boss is going to spawn 4 clones that do big explosions on the outside of the arena. I will call for everyone to get towards the middle of the arena. Make sure you are not reading on the outside, as you could get clipped and one-shot by the explosion. After that, I will tell you to move out towards a marker. You're going to want to move out towards there, and you're going to want to follow the Ifrit dashes around. If the first dash is at 1, then 3, then C, then 4, I will tell you to start towards 2 and follow the dashes around. Keep in mind that there is no melee uptime during this mechanic. Don't try and read, just get out and dodge the fourfold. Or sorry, just get out and dodge the dashing. Keep in mind that Baleful Firestorm also never comes alone. There is also a chance it will come with a Fourfold Mercy or a Baleful Blade. Baleful Blade is very simple. It is either a knockback or hide, the same as normal mode, except instead of having the orange or knockback on the ground, you will have to tell based on the swords. I will do all of that reading for you. All you have to do is stand in front of or behind these fear barriers whenever I call for you. If it is a hide, you're going to want to get behind these barriers. If it is a knockback, you're going to want to get in front of these barriers. Very simple. Finally is Iron Splitter. We may not see this, depending on how good damage is. However, Iron Splitter is pretty much the same as normal mode. Boss is going to jump to either the blue brick or the brown sand. I will tell you to get on the opposite of whatever he jumped to, so if he is on brown sand, I'll tell you to get on the blue brick and vice versa. Additionally, this is the part we may not see, Earthshakers. If we don't have enough damage, we will see this mechanic with some Earthshakers. If you were tethered during this mechanic, just rotate around opposite of the party. Very, very easy, very, very simple. That's pretty much all I have to go over with Trinity Seeker. Real quick, I'm gonna go over some actions. First and foremost, real quick, go ahead in your parties. If you are the Cure 4 caster, press your Cure 4 now. Look at how much that heals. I just saw a 2100, or sorry, a 21,000 heal. Now real quick, if you're the pure healer, go ahead and toss an AoE heal for me. Wow, those heals are doing like 3,000. Cure 4 is a very strong action. It is the primary source of healing here in DRS. If you are the Cure 4 caster, you will be healing after any incoming source of damage. You have 25 charges to use per fight. I expect them to be pretty low by the end of the fight. Additionally, if you use them after any source of damage, you'll probably keep the bravery buff up. However, just keep in mind that you need to press it at least once a minute to keep that bravery going. If you are a physical range DPS with Dervish, you are going to be pressing Dervish once every 2 minutes. It has a 90-second cooldown, but it's actually better to use it every 2 minutes as buffs are multiplicative. So the damage buff that it grants you is actually more effective with other buffs like Font of Power, as well as your inherent job buffs. This holding also goes for stuff like Banner of Honored Sacrifice and Chain Spell. These have a 90-second cooldown, however, don't listen to its lies, just use it every 2 minutes with your other buff. Finally, Rend Armor. Rends, you are going to be using it in the order I assigned at the start. So Minato, at pull time, you will use your Rend Armor. As soon as that rend armor is over, Luna, you are going to apply yours. After that, you're going to use it off cooldown, and you'll just keep that buff rolling. That is a huge damage bonus for everyone, so please make sure to keep it up as much as possible. I think that's pretty much all the actions I have to say. Real quick, I know there are a couple people who need to mimic. If you have Excellence Font of Power, please put a triangle on your head. If you have Excellence Font of Magic, please put a circle on your head. Other than that, if you are ready, come up to the CUA mark over here. If you have any questions, by the way, please feel free to ask them. I love answering questions, and there are no bad questions. There are no bad questions. No matter how dumb it sounds to you, if you have a question, someone else probably also has it. Oh, sorry. There's only one person here who has bad questions, and that is Wobble. Other than that, no one else has any bad questions. DRS is Delubrum Reginae Savage. It's a very fun encounter. It is basically 4 extreme fights and a trench coat. We're not going to see much of those fights ideally. Real quick, one thing I want to go over. Go ahead and pop some raid food. If you have it, raid food is a huge damage bonus as well as a huge HP bonus. Additionally, if you have raid potions, please go ahead and put them on your hotbar. You're going to want to use those on all the enraging fights. Oh yeah, and if you die, don't go AFK during fights. Not only can you re-raise your proc, you can also be a rise mid-combat. It will not give you the prompt to accept a res, it will simply give you back play. So don't tap out, don't go AFK, just keep watching the fights if you die. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and do a 30-second countdown. Again, pop raid food. Healers, please don't use too much mid. There are very limited buff slots, and we don't want to run out of those. Stuff like shielding and mitigation is not really necessary with how good Cure 4 is most of the time. Again, please make sure your tank stunts are off. Cure 4s, go ahead and hit that button now to give everyone a bravery bonus at the start. And we are pulling. This boss starts off with a raid bite. Again, please, don't pop too much bit. Want to make sure to save those buff slots. Next up is our first Fourfold Mercenary. Again, I will be calling these safe spots marker relative. We are starting towards 3. Start towards 3. Crossover 3-1. 3-1-2-4. 3-1-2-4. 3-1-2-4. 3-1-2-4. 3-1-2-4. After this, you're gonna dodge ice and look away from one. Dodge ice again and move towards me. Move towards me now. Come together, stack up for a chains. Never mind, get under the boss, sorry. Get under the boss. Next up, get away from the front of the boss. Everyone should get away from the front of the boss as I pop my invul. Next up, continue to stay away from the front of the boss, as I don't need an invul for this one, it just won't hit me. Everyone in the party can stack up for some chains. These chains do not, please do not move until the icon disappears. Wait for the icon to disappear. Wait. Go ahead and move apart now, and get in front of a barricade. Break the chains, and then get in front of a barricade. Get in front of a barricade now. Get knocked back into a barricade. Back in on the boss. Next up is if 3 flashes. Please get in towards the center of the arena. They're gonna be big explosions. And we're gonna be heading out towards A. Head out towards the north towards A. Please hold your 2 minutes. Head out towards the north. Rotate in front of the barrier at 2. Rotate in front of the barrier at 2. Get in front of the barrier at 2. in front of the barrier at 2. And back in on the boss. Go and stack up towards the 2 waymark. Stack up towards 2. Everyone on 2. Continue to stay stacked up. There's going to be some line AoEs. Make sure to move out of these line AoEs. This is the easiest mechanic in DRS, probably. Get ready for the lines. We're going to dodge the lines. Dodge out of those lines, and then we are getting 2. Get to brown sand. Get to brown sand. After this, get inner cardinal of the boss. Do not be front, back, or side. Get inner cardinal of the boss. Do not be front, back, or side. Oh, we're not pushing. Unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, never mind. Get back in on the boss. We're gonna have the iron splitters with tethers. Get to blue brick. Get to blue brick. Check rate tether. Check for tether now. Rotate tethers away. Rotate tethers away. We're gonna have one more. We're getting 2 brown sand. Tethers stay. Get to brown sand. Tethers stay. Get to brown sand. Brown sand. Perfect. Dodge those line enemies. Dodge those line enemies. And numbers are safe for this X mechanic. Numbers are safe. Numbers are safe. Get back in on the boss. We're gonna have a free fascist play 4-fold mercy this time. Again, we're gonna have those free fascists, but with a 4-fold mercy. Don't be out against the barriers. You will get clipped and die. We are heading out towards 3. Head out towards 3 now. Head out towards 3. We're gonna follow these around. This is a crossover. 4-2, 3-1. 4-2, 3-1. Get back in. 4-2, 3-1 to dodge. 4-2, 3-1 to dodge. Move to 4, then to 2. Then dodge over to 3. And get to 1. We're gonna have to dodge ice and look away from the forest. Dodge ice again and move towards A. Move towards A. Come together for some chains. Come together for chains. You're gonna have to break those chains and then come back for a raid line. Break your chains and come back for a raid line. Get out away from the front of the boss. There's going to be a tank buster. Don't get busted on. And boss is gonna jump back in. Come back together to the middle. We're going to dodge 4-fold mercy. Start towards 1. Easy. 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. Starting on blue brick. Start on blue brick now. Blue brick now. Blue brick, then 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, and 3. Move over to brown sand once you dodge. Move to brown sand. Perfect. Next up is gonna be one more set, followed by season. Get to blue brick, and then get ready for season. We're dodging ice and looking away from 1. Dodge ice, then lines, moving towards 1. Dodge ice and then lines. Ice, then lines, move towards 1. Ice, then lines, move towards 1. Come back together for a raid line, followed by getting under the boss. I'm gonna ask everyone to hold damage. Yeah, go ahead and hold your damage. So stop attacking the boss, get under the boss. Stop attacking the boss, get under the boss. Get under the boss now, get under the boss. Boss is gonna jump back to the middle. Come towards the boss. We're gonna have to dodge 4-fold on a clone. We're gonna have to dodge 4-fold on a clone with a knockback or high turn. We're gonna turn our camera towards. Turn your camera to the south towards C. We're dodging a 4. Get behind a barrier and then dodge 4-3. Get behind a barrier, Then dodge 4-3 C blank. 4-3 C nothing. 4-3 C nothing. Move to the C and then move to the nothing. Healers, go ahead and stack up 4 chains. You're gonna break these chains and then use healer LB3 if you have it. Please break chains and use healer LB3 if you have it. Healer LB3 if you have it. Once you have popped killer LB3, go ahead and just kill the boss. Kill the boss now. Vic, very good job. At this time, be careful going ahead. There are traps ahead. Please make sure to grab your personal spoils. As the name suggests, it is personal. We're going to wait for Cam to percept up here. Knowing Cam, this might take a little bit. Please dodge all the traps, and then walk away from that glowing pad. Walk to the right towards Dahu, do not go towards that glowing pad. Walk to the right towards Dahu, do not approach that glowing pad. There are exactly 2 exceptions to this. Can I have Carter Valentine and Penelo Nabradia please come back towards the dueling pad, the glowing pad? Are you going to wait for Cam to tell you to press that? Do not touch the glowing pad, just stand by it. Stand by that door now. So, Penelo, you're going to give a buff to Cameron Clouser that will give him a bravery buff for the game. He will tell you when to do it in party chat probably, or with the countdown. Please do not touch Dahu, do not touch Dahu, do not touch Dahu, do not touch Dahu, do not touch Dahu. Very good. Do not touch Dahu. Yeah, do not touch Dahu. Very good job. I think everyone is off the ground, I hope, probably, right?
Yeah, they are. We're good.
Okay, perfect. So welcome to Dahu. While Cam is getting started on the duel, you guys can head back towards Dahu once you're done giving buffs. I'm going to explain all you need to know about Dahu real quick before we duel, okay? You need to get out of the B, the A, and the D. Just don't stand at that and you will be fine. Go ahead and walk into Dahu's arena because we are pulling. Remember to use a charge of lost actions. You want to have at least 5 charges up on a power, as well as like 15 charges of chain. Use any extra charges. Get out of the orange. Get out of the orange. Use excess lost action to get out of the orange. Dahu's going to charge towards the west. Dahu's charging west. Don't be in front of him. The party can move west. Don't get charged at. Party move west. Party move west. Get in towards Dahu. Get out of his big flame radiant cone. Hold back towards the middle. They're going to be line areas. Casters can stay out towards the wall. Melee can get in for uptime. Dodge these line AoEs. Dodge these line AoEs. If you have a marker, please take it out to any of the lions on the wall and give them a head pat. If you have a marker, take it out to an eye. If you have a marker, take it out to an eye. Get back in on the boss, dodge a left-right shockwave if you're melee. Dodge to the right and then dodge into the orange. Dodge into the orange now. After this, we're going to get knocked back to where there is no ad. There is no ad towards the 3 marker or towards the 2 marker. Get knocked back there. No gamers dodge this, but I don't share it. It's too secrets. Get opposite the D. Get towards the 1 marker. Get towards the 1 marker. We're going to follow these conals around. Follow these corners around 1 and 2. D is now safe. You can stand on D for the rest of time. Next up, they're going to use some ads that tether to me. Please AoE them down and keep big kills on me, as this is basically a continuous imposter. I'm gonna gather these onto the boss. Please make sure to heal me up as I do so. AoE these down if you are not a healer. And start building your job gauge. You want as much of your job gauge, whether you are a red mage, reaper, or warrior, as possible. Next up is going to be every mechanic all at once. There's going to be puddles, lines, and a split flame, as well as a left-right shockwave. Casters can get out against the wall. Range, get out, dodge puddles and lines, dodge puddles and lines. Next up, you're going to Dahu's right, get to Dahu's right, and then dodge into that one. Dodge into the clean. After this, if you have a split flame, take it to your respective marker. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Find an ad near your marker, take it out to an ad near your marker. Tanks go south, tanks go south, everyone else go north. Tanks south, everyone else north. Tanks south, everyone else north. That's not anyone who got hit by a lion, friends. That's not anyone who got hit by a lion. Very nice. Couple that, please make sure to pick them up. Please make sure that you have grabbed all your personal spoils from this point on, because once you take the jump pad ahead, there is no going back. Healers, please do not go ahead. Make sure to arise the dead. Go ahead once everyone is back up and head towards Queen's Guard's arena. I'm gonna set out some markers. I will need people to stand on these markers. Okay, healers, please stand on a marker 1, 2, 3, 4, A, or C. Once you are done arising, everyone who is not a healer can just head towards the arena. Again, healers stand on 1, 2, 3, 4, A, and C. We don't need the D. The D marker is coming off to the bench because there's only one person using it and they know who it is. Again, healers, please stand on 1, 2, 3, 4, A, or C. I'll explain what it's about in just a moment, but we do need a healer on every marker. Again, healers, please go to the 1, 2, 3, 4, A, and C once you are back from arising the dead. Healers, please stand on the 1, 2, 3, 4, A, or C once you are back from arising the dead. We do need a healer on every marker. Please stand on the marker if you are a healer. This is not optional. If we don't get people standing on them, I will assign people to stand on the markers. If you're a healer, stand on the markers. I know we do have a couple people still arising. Seems like they are coming back now. Again, healers, please stand on the markers. Pick your favorite one, I'll explain more later. There we go, perfect. We have a healer on every single marker. Chow, take over too. There we go.
One line to make 200. One line.
Someone
I
is
don't
hot miking. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna explain some stuff about Queen's Guard. Healers, please make sure you are standing on your correct positions. Please remember which marker you are standing on. It's very important. Actually, before I start explaining, I do need a tank to put a marker on themselves, whoever's gonna be my off tank. First, when I see what the ignore 2 gets to do it, so please put a marker on yourself. Seems like we've got Wobble to Wobble, who is going to be tanking. Okay, Wobble, you're gonna take walls, I'll take mid. Okay. So, we have all the rules sorted out pretty much. Healers, please remember your markers. I'll explain more later, but short story is you're going to be reflecting or using light curtains. Those will roughly correspond to these wavelengths. with that said, again, if you're new, recommend tapping into my slideshow if you're a visual learner. These explanations are going to be very, very long, or are going to be fairly long, mostly just because a lot of the mechanics come up later in the encounter in the Queen's fight. The Queen will do a lot of the Queen's Guard mechanics, so I'm going to explain as much as I can, or as much as I feel I need to make sure that we, know what we're doing. That said, the first big mechanic is going to be a healer mechanic. This is going to be the Steel Sting and Spellforge chat. Healers, I asked you all to bring both Steel Sting and Spellforge. At this time, you can talk in your party chats. If you have a co-healer who's using Steel Sting, who's using Spellforge. Healers, if you are solo healing, you're gonna have to use both of them. But every healer will need to use Steel Sting or Spellforge, as the bosses at the start of the first phase will make themselves immune to either physical or magical damage. There are certain jobs that will need either physical or magical damage. I'm posting a little guide to that in my thread. The short of it is that all physical jobs, that is tanks, melee, and fizz range, will need Spellforge applied to them so they deal magical damage instead. All casters and healers will need Steel Sting on them instead, as they will want to deal, as they naturally deal magical damage. There are some jobs that deal mixed damages, namely Paladins, Dark Knights, Ninjas, Reapers, and Bards will all do magical damage, all have some sort of magical damage. So while if you want to still give them Spellforge, you may also need to give them Steel Sting if it is required. Additionally, Red Mage has the opposite problem where it primarily deals magical damage, but all of its OGCDs are physical damage. So if we need to apply if you need to apply Spellforge to people, please also apply it to Red Mages. Yeah, it is actually the Bard's songs that deal magical. Yeah. Which I mean, theoretically, I think it's like a gain over a glare if you're like 10 Valor and then goes stun, but if you're new and you don't want to remember all that, you can actually just apply it to literally everyone in your party. So if Spellforge goes out, you can just apply it to everyone. Steel Sting goes out, just apply it to everyone. One important thing is to make sure you apply it to our duelists and the main tanks first. The main tanks will need Stealer Spell to keep up aggro, and the duelists will want to have Steel Sting and Spellforge applied first as well, as they will be doing twice as much damage as normal. Finally, for everyone, I'm going to recommend you go ahead and make a macro for me. This macro is going to have 2 lines. I'm going to paste it into I'm going to go ahead and paste it into my thread. I recommend you make a macro with these 2 lines that will automatically turn off Steel Sting or Spellforge for you, so that you don't have to try and right-click it off. With that said, some mechanics for everyone. Next up is going to be, I'm going to talk about the Warrior's mechanics. The Warrior is pretty simple. It's going to do the bomb mechanic like normal mode with the tethers. However, it can also tether the players instead of just tethering the bomb. So there is the potential that no one is tethered, the potential that you are tethered, the potential that bombs under you are tethered, or the potential that both you and the bombs are tethered. What I'm going to recommend first and foremost is you go ahead and make sure you have your debuff bar highly visible. Not only is it important for other fights later on, you can also see if you were tethered by checking for this debuff. That debuff will be applied to you if you are tethered, so when I call for tethers to go to one place, if you have that debuff, you will go there. I will call out where to go based if you have a tether or not. An example callout might be something like tethers to large bombs, rest to small. If you would like to try and solve the bomb mechanic for yourself, you can use this little infographic to try and internalize it. You can also use the saying double or nothing, go big. Easy ways to remember where you're going if you don't want to listen to comments. With that said, there's one other big mechanic the warrior has, and that is the boost mechanic. That just makes the next raid wight a little spicier. I think we have someone spelling ballpark hot dog, but if he doesn't, it's okay. It's whatever. The raid wight doesn't hurt that much, so just important that Cure Force heal people through it, and we will be fine. Finally, the knight has one major cast bar that you need to pay attention to, and that is the Sword Omen and Shield Omen. Sword Omen and Shield Omen augments where you have to go at the start of or at the end of the warrior's mechanic. During the bomb mechanic, the knight will do a knockback or a huge AoE. If it is Shield Omen, it will be a knockback. You'll have to get knocked back towards your bomb. There will also be one. You have to get knocked back to your bomb, and there will also be one half of the arena that is not safe. Please make sure you're getting knocked back not only towards your bomb, but also away from the huge orb that will get knocked back. This orb will also get knocked to the side and do a huge explosion. I recommend getting knocked back at an acute angle if you remember math class. If you don't remember math class, that is, just get knocked back towards the right kind of. The second Sword and Shield Omen will happen during the second Reversal Forces mechanic, and this is just an in or an out. However, 3/4 of the arena will be unsafe. So you'll have to go towards the knight. You'll have to go away from the. You'll have to go towards the side of the arena that is safe, the pizza slice, and then you'll have to stay under or get away from the knight. Very simple. Again, I'll call that out for you. You just have to be ready to press sprint during the Wind or Lightning mechanic. With that said, that's pretty much all there is on phase 1. Go ahead and jump around real quick. We don't want anyone getting AFK kicked. Again, there's a 10-minute AFK timer in DRS. If you're AFK for longer, you will get kicked out of the arena. You will get kicked out of the instance with no way back in. Okay. Phase 2 only has one real mechanic you actually have to worry about, and that is the weak spot, aka analysis, aka show your whole mechanic. During this mechanic, you will get a circle around you, much like in any of the Gabriel fights or Mustadia. There will be one side of you that does not have this circle. You can also see which side of you has it by looking at your debuff or looking at your character. This gap will need to be pointed at any incoming sources of damage. Every time you see this analysis, there will be a raid wight from the center of the arena, followed by a set of line AoEs. You will need to point that gap towards the center of the arena to make sure that the raid wight goes into the gap, and then point your gap towards a turret that you are in line with. Please make sure that you are taking downtime during this if you need to. Do not treat this as a mechanic you have to get uptime on, as your life is worth more than whatever GCDs you may have gotten by greeting. Just stop attacking, point your gap towards the raid wight, and then point your gap towards the lines. Once you have taken the line damage, feel free to go back to attacking, as that is the end of the mechanic. That's literally it for phase 2. That's all I have to explain to you. The rest is just list and callouts. With that said, once you have defeated both the first 2 phases, you will go into the ethereal wards phase. During this, it will be just like a normal mode where there are the ethereal wards as well as the coat of arms. You'll need to DPS down the ethereal wards as well as while making sure not to attack the coat of arms, as that coat of arms will give you a ruin stack as well as will give you a heavy knockback. This knockback can actually send you into a death wall or some of the other mechanics I'll talk about in a moment. So please, when you see coat of arms casting or out, stop attacking until you are on a safe side. Again, if you see coat of arms, stop attacking, and then once the shields come out, move away from the shields. It is very important because there has been so many cases of people just keeping attacking during coat of arms, wanting to do more damage, and then they hit the guard's shield, they get knocked back into the wall, or they get knocked back into a mechanic, and they just get one shot. With that said, there are a couple other things that we're going to have to take note of during this. During this phase, there will be 2 new sets of mechanics. First, you can see both of them by looking at this graphic, but they're going to be, the first big mechanic is going to be the aura spheres. These aura spheres spawn at the north and the south. These are #1 DPS priority, okay? These are #1 DPS priority. You will need to focus down the aura spheres until they are dead, as if they stay alive long enough, they will just start randomly killing people. If you leave it alive, someone will just insta-kill. Or sorry, yeah, someone will just insta-die. You need to kill these. However, whoever is highest in aggro will also get insta-kill. The only way to prevent this insta-kill is with enough MIT as a 1042 Dark Knight, or by popping your invuln. What I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask at the end of this for all tanks to turn on their tank stances and to fight for aggro over these aura spheres. Once the aura sphere dies, if you have aggro, you are going to pop your invuln if you see this big red marker above your head. Once you have taken that big red marker, you're going to turn off your tank stance so that you don't get aggro on the second set. Otherwise, you're just going to stop. Or if you don't get the aura sphere marker, you're going to keep attacking them, and you're going to try and fight for aggro on the second. With that said, there's one final thing that we should take note of, and that is the healer's spiritual spheres. These are going to do AoEs around them. They will need to be reflected with either a light curtain or the lost reflect action. Again, these will need to be reflected, so healers, if you remember your spots, you can actually look at the markers on the arena to find them. You can also look at this image. It's basically the same markers. Or actually, no, it's not. What the fuck? These are gross. Never mind. Look at the graphic. One will take the 2 spheres near the 1. 2 will take the 2 spheres near 2. 3 the ones near 3, and 4 the ones near 4. A will take the A and B ones. C will take the ones on C and D. Healers, you are going to pop your reflect, stand under the first one, then pop reflect or light curtain again, and stand under the second. Okay, that was a lot of stuff to go over, I know. At this time, if you have any questions, please ask them. Otherwise, come up to the 3-way marker. Again, if you have any questions, please ask me. If you are ready.
One quick question. So like when we do BA runs here, I mean, typically we have like somebody with protecting shell, like
That is, so protect is absolutely not needed. There will only be like 2 people taking damage. It does literally nothing, pretty much, because the autos really don't hurt. Shell does not get applied until Trinity Avowed. The raid whites do not hurt you hard enough, and it will just take up a buff slot. That could otherwise be used for Fawn of Power, Banner, or anything of the sort.
okay.
To answer your question, this C reflector, you're going to start on the C way mark, you're going to reflect the orb that's there, then you're going to move to the D way mark and reflect the orb that's there. This is also where Rend Armor's Cure 4s will probably need to refresh their actions. Additionally, if you are Mimic Chaining, please go ahead and target the triangle if you are a physical DPS. Excellence is on the wrong side, unfortunate. If you are a magical DPS, please target the circle. It's okay. It's mostly just a meme. It does help controller players to have it on the it's standardized for controller players mostly, because they can't actually swap what the actions are. But it's mostly just a meme because of people's muscle memory. the only time it's not a meme is if I ever get Blood Rage on the left side, it's actually over and I'm Alt F4ing, so... That said, Thancred, let me know when you are ready. Come to the three-way marker and we will get started. See, there's literally no reason to put it on the left because, like, why would you even do that to yourself? If someone could poke Thancred, see if they are ready in party chat. Oh, they're BRB. Okay, that's fine. That said, everyone again turn off your tank stances at this time. The only people who need it on are me and Wobble. Wobble will be taking the wall bosses, I will be taking the mid bosses. Go ahead and wiggle around healers. If you would like at this time, you can go ahead and pop in a new Steel Suit or Spellforge. And you're gonna apply that during the pull time. If you're solo healing, don't worry about slotting it in. You can wait until the tether actually goes out. Just make sure it gets onto myself, Wobble, and Cam ASAP. Okay, Thancred is ready. At this time, I'm gonna start a 30-second countdown. Go ahead and pop more food if you need it. Again, raid food is a bonus to your damage. Get ready with potions. Get ready to do big openings. Please do not early pull the bosses. Do not right click them. Feel free to walk up to them, but do not right click the boss until pull time. Tier 4s, go ahead and press that Tier 4 button. Give everyone a bonus bravery at the start. Pull these bosses together. Pull the bosses together. Group them up in a nice big pile. We're gonna AoE these down. There's gonna be a couple sets of raid fights. Tier 4s, heal everyone up after them. Here comes that first raid wipe. Make sure to heal everyone up as Tier 4. And bosses are going away. We're pulling the knight to the wall. Sorry, the knight to the center, the warrior to the wall. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Get ready for Steel Suit or Spellforge. We are going to be clicking off Spellforge, apply Steel Sing. Please apply Steel Sing, apply Steel Sing. And next up, here comes our first bomb mechanic. We're going to be getting knocked back to this. We're going to be getting knocked back from the center towards the center now. Check rate tether, check rate tether. Tethers will get knocked back to a large bomb. Everyone else gets knocked back to a small bomb. Get knocked back away from the north. Get knocked back away from the north. Tethers too large, arrest to small. Tethers too large, arrest to small. If you fall before you bomb, move forward once you spell. I think I called that backwards. That's my bad. Get back in on the bosses. Back in on the bosses. Dispel the boost, and then Tier 4 casters heal everyone back on. Dispel the boost, and Tier 4 casters heal everyone back on. Please focus more damage on the knight. Focus more damage on the knight. We're about to get our second relentless battery mechanic. Second relentless battery mechanic. Check rate tether now, check rate tether now. Tethers will go to the swirly wind, the rest to the crackly lightning. Tethers to swirly wind, the rest to crackly lightning. Tethers to wind, rest lightning. Get off of the bosses and press sprint. Run under the knight now, run under the knight. Get towards the south under the knight. Get towards the south under the knight. Towards the south under the knight. And dispel the warrior. Here comes a raid wipe. Make sure to heal everyone up through it. Heal everyone up through it. Damage on the warrior. Damage on the warrior. It's like tank buster. And finish off the warrior. Very good job. Next up, we're pulling the gunner to the middle. Soldier to the wall. Gunner to the middle. Soldier to the wall. Gunner to the middle. Soldier to the wall. Feel free to slot over Steel Sea and Spellforge to a Rise Control. Again, feel free to slot over your Steel Sea and Spellforge now. We're getting our first gap mechanic. I don't know what they're putting in the water, but it's turning the frog into fire. We're gonna need to go between two of the small ones. I will call where to go. This is a gap mechanic, so make sure you are stopping attacking if needed. We are heading towards C. Head towards C now. Head out towards C now. Your gap is out. Stop attacking if needed. The gap is out. Stop attacking if needed. Point your gap towards the gunner in the center. Gap towards the gunner in the center. Now grab to a turret on the wall. Grab to a turret on the wall. Back in on the bosses. Back in on the bosses. Next up is a Tank Buster followed by a Raid Bind. Tank Buster followed by a Raid Bind. Heal everyone back up in a nice place. I'll be doing big damage on the soldier. Need much more damage on the soldier. Big damage on these soldier teams. Next up is our second Relentless Battery mechanic. This is going to be the gun pit. These are the number 1 DPS priority. Please focus on the gun pits when they spawn. Wobble, I will take both of them. Again, focus these down. I will take both of them. Focus the gun turrets. There's a raid right here, but it's not as important as the gun turret. Back in on the bosses. Damage is even. Keep that damage even on the bosses. Keep that damage even on the bosses. Next up is going to be Pyretic or Freeze. Keep moving, keep moving. Just like a Dromelech, casting is not moving. Keep moving. Do not stop, do not stop. Back in on the bosses. Feel free to get back to casting. And finish off the boss for the next mechanic. Off these bosses, they're both gonna go away. Slimes to the north, golems to the south. If you have an invuln stances on, healers get to your positions. Healers to your positions, slimes north, golems south. Tanks turn on stance, fight for aura spheres. Healers, please reflect your auras. Respect coat of arms. Get onto the wards, focus down the wards. Get onto the wards, focus the wards, don't hit the hexagonal shields, no spirits missed beautifully. Stop attacking, healers get back in position. Stop attacking. Aura spheres are about to spawn. Everyone get back in position, slimes north, go inside. Aura spheres are spawning, spiritual spheres are spawning. Back in on the aura spheres, slimes north, go inside. Very good job. If you have a marker, please press your invuln. Oh, no tank bot for aggro north, rip to that Reaper. Very good job. Seems like we have a couple dead. Go ahead and arise this dead bodies. Make sure to grab your personal spoils, both chests, and make sure to thank your duelist for the handplate. We only get that handplating if the duelist is successful in the duel.
Everybody's up.
All bodies are up, perfect. If you do DRS on other servers, you may be used to taking a break at Phantom, but that is not going to happen here. We're going to take a break after Phantom. Go and come back down and step across the purple line. At this time, let's make sure our Banisher has banished.
Yep.
Perfect. At this time, everyone should turn off their tank stances. The only one who needs to have tank stance on is me, myself, and I. Everyone turn on your tank stances. Or, sorry, turn off your tank stances. Don't listen to me. Turn them on. Once you're ready, step across the purple line. There's literally nothing to explain here. Literally nothing happens in this fight as long as you deal damage. You are going to use all your actions that you have left except Chain Spell. If you have Chain Spell, make sure to get down to 10 uses. If you have Font of Power, Font of Magic, stuff like that, use whatever charges you have left. Just waiting on a couple people to step up between the 3 and the 4-way marks once you're ready. Seems like everyone is in the arena pretty much. Okay, we're gonna set a long pull time of 5 seconds. Again, tank stances off, burn whatever other actions you have. I'm gonna drag the boss to the wall. Literally nothing is gonna happen here. We're gonna be going to either A or D. We're gonna see which one. We are running over to A. Or sorry, D. Run to D, run to D, run to D, run to D. Run to D. We're gonna stand on the D way marker and follow the donuts down. Follow the donuts down, look at the dots on the ground, follow these. Do not go ahead, don't get too early or too late. Just go nice, calmly, slowly, down. Make sure to stop at the 4-way mark. Do not go past the 4-way mark. If you do, you're going into a death ball. Walk over to 3, walk over to 3. We're going to be staying on 3 for quite a while. Make sure to build whatever drop gauges you need. You want to have as much damage as possible. You want to have as much damage as possible. Fortunity abound. Keep damaging down the boss. Build whatever gauge you need. We're gonna stay here for 3 flashes and move over to 4. 1, 2. Move over to 4 now. Move to 4 now. Count 3 flashes. 1, 2, and 3. Move back over to 3. Move over to 3 and kill the boss. I don't want to say anything. Very good job. Please do not go ahead. Do not go ahead. Do not go ahead. There are traps ahead. You don't want to blow up. Stay back. Rest in peace, Valthara. Nothing of value lost. Go ahead and go down the stairway. Make sure to arise Valthara, by the way. Don't go ahead without arising them.
No.
I would prefer to have all our people up. Please do not hit any of the traps down here. All of these traps are actually very important. Half of them will kill you, half of them are necessary to progress. If you hit too many traps, then we have to re-instance. We cannot go ahead after them.
Vel, you want to see how this goes and cannot leave. I'm not persuading you, this is fact.
Val wants to pull so we can get umbralized, if you didn't see that.
Okay, before we go on break, everyone step out of the arena, step back towards the doorway. I'm gonna pull the boss, so Val, you're gonna have to grab yours. Dude, please back up away from the arena. Back up away from the arena. If you need to build gauge, this is your last chance to do so. Don't get in front of the boss, just get away. Carter, I hope you get hit and have that. Yeah, that's the
Let's go!
She's getting rid of the buff culling. She's getting rid of the buff culling.
No eraser.
Okay, with that done, we're going to take a quick 5-minute Union Magic break. Please be back here by 55 past the hour. Please be back here by 55 past the hour in 5 minutes. By the way, if you have nothing better to do during this 5 minutes, you can go into the guide, and there's a POV to me about. It's only a few minutes long. It's like 8 minutes, but we're probably not going to see all of that, so I would just watch over it real quick.
Quick question. Should I just target myself with the triangle since I'm the next physical battery?
Yes, you should.
Okay. I'm sorry, my excellence has to be on the left.
Yeah, it's Joker for the rest of the instance, unfortunately.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's someone else's fault, really funnily.
It really wasn't my fault. That's just how it was when I mimicked it.
It's who
Yeah,
you mimic's
it's
fault.
fine.
It's who I am now. A left excellence.
So when you mimic, you get all 10 charges. You get max charges. So, the only exception to that is mimic. If I mimic a blood rage form power with someone of 0 charge to foot, I would get the full, charges of them. Similarly, if someone wanted to mimic like a boss 3 raise off of someone, they would get both charges of the boss 3 raise.
Need to check if tanks have mimicked me yet. Freckles Sancti was the TA magic bat. And yes, if there's a battery in a fight beyond you, you don't have to keep your excellence past this point. You can overslot it for the fight for big damage.
Hey, I hope everyone is back. It is 55 past. At this time, first of all, if you are the official tank in your party, please go ahead and find your weakest damage action, whether that is banner or font of power. Banner is worse than font is worse than blood ray. Please replace your weakest action with shell 2 at this time, and give it out to those in your party. If someone clicks off the shell bonus, just let them click it off. They probably know what they're doing, hopefully. Just make sure everyone in your party gets an application of shell. once everyone has it, once you have shell, please step across the purple line real quick. Just to make it easier, if your tank who still has shell, please split over other people who are behind the purple line. Okay, once your party is fully shelled, that is good. Everyone behind the purple line also has it. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining Trinity Avowed. There are a couple things to go over. I'm gonna go over, first of all, the temperature, and then go over each of the phases in the tree. Again, if you're new, slideshow, as usual. You know the drill by now. So, Trinity Avowed. Trinity Avowed is probably the hardest fight for new people. If you're new, this is where you're probably going to die the most. There's a lot of mechanics that are not easily understood, even through like watching an example or hearing what it's about. And if you die, just know that it's okay. Everyone dies here at some point. It's again by far the hardest fight. For new people at least. But once you get it, it'll be like second nature. That said, Trinity Avowed, just like in normal mode, is all about the temperatures, the hot and the cold. During the first half of this fight, all you're going to get is your temperatures. Just like in normal mode, you'll have to balance these temperatures out to 0. So if you have a fire 2 temperature, you need to hit it by the opposite of that, which is ice 2. That said, the second half of the fight introduces a new mechanic to Savage, called Brand. These elemental brands will apply at the end of the mechanic. So instead of needing to end the mechanic on the opposite of your temperature, or sorry, at 0, you'll need to end at the opposite of your brand. So you won't just have to look at your temperature and go opposite of it, you'll have to look at your temperature then your brand and figure out what you need to get hit by. If you'd like a little infographic that shows you what you need to end on based on your brand, this does a very good job. If you'd like a way too complicated table that shows you exactly what you hit by, based on every single brand and temperature combination, this is also for you. That said, oh, one final thing. You can also think of your temperatures like numbers. Actually, if you hover over the temperature, it'll tell you a positive or a negative. You can actually use those in a way to like think, oh, I need to get to 0. I have a +2 and a -2. Oh, I'm already at 0. You can think of it like that if it helps you. I find it's easier for me to just go to 0 or go to the opposite of my brand. But if you want to add it up, add subtract like that, feel free as well. That said, I'm going to go over each of the phases individually, from starting with the easiest, which is stop phase. During stop phase, it's very, very similar to normal mode. At least at its core, you're going to have a temperature, maybe a brand, and you're going to have to go to a meteor on the inner cardinal. Unlike in normal mode, there will be no spot in this until you get hit by nothing, so please make sure you are not arising anyone who is dead during this phase. If you arise someone and they don't have a temperature, they will just get hit by something and die immediately after. In the first stop phase, you will get a quick march. You're going to use this quick march to get sent to the meter you need. This quick march will send you 2 swings. So for example, if I was on this tile here, and I had a quick march to the right, I would get moved 1, and 2 tiles over here to the wall. Same with any direction, it will move you 2 squares in any direction. If you'd like, sprint actually sends you a little over that, more like 2.9. And if you get impetus, you can report whoever did it to me, and they will be gone. That said, if you're a ninja, I don't know how many they actually have. You do actually go a little bit further. It's like 2.2, 2.3 squares. Just be careful. Don't get sent too far. Don't get sent to the death ball. Just adjust a little bit. That said, again, with quick marches, please treat it as a downtime mechanic. If you need to stop attacking, please do. Like I said at Queensguard, your life is worth more than whatever GCDs you have gotten out. Probably just missing 1 or 2 GCDs anyways. During the quick marches, just stop attacking, find your meteor, put your quick march to it, and get set. During the second staff phase, you will have the brands, as I said earlier. However, instead of a force march, there will be line AoEs for you to dodge. There will be a total of 4 squares that are safe. I will try and pull it out for you. However, in the case that I can't find it fast enough, just look for vets who are jumping on the squares. You can also look at the clones and just go to somewhere that no clone is facing. That is where the line AoEs go out. But that's the staff phase. During the sword phase, sword phase is very different from normal mode. I'm gonna go ahead and post a GIF that is it is an animation of what is going to happen during sword phase. If you are more of a visual learner, again, I recommend just watching this. It's going to say the same thing I'm about to say. That said, during sword phase, boss is going to go untargetable and summon 3 clones. All of these clones are going to cleave a side of the arena, and there will be 1 square that is safe, okay? Now, we're going to be using, these markers. We're going to be using these markers. The safe score will always be on 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so I will call a safe square that will be 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's where we'll be hit by nothing. However, you have a temperature to solve, and you do need to get hit by a slash once or twice to get solved. So what you're gonna do to get hit by a sword safely is you're going to go to a cardinal of that safe square. For example, if my safe square was 4, or if I said the safe score was 4, I could go to the 1 marker, the D marker, to the 3 marker, or south of the 4 marker to get hit. If you go diagonal of the safe square in any way, so for example, if the safe score is 4 and you were on 2, you will get instantly deleted, gone, goodbye. Please make sure that you are not getting double cleaved. Keep in mind that there are 2 sets of cleaves per sword phase. There's the first set and the second set. This is more important during the second sword phase. What I'm going to recommend to new people, during the first sword phase, just go to the safe square during the first set of slashes. So whenever I call it the first safe spot, go there, and then you'll have more information to use, like you'll have seen it once in person, to actually be able to solve on the second set of slashes. If you do go to the safe square during the first set of slashes, please make sure to resolve on the second set. If you do not get hit by anything during the mechanic, you will just die. Now, during the second sword phase, everything is going to mechanically be basically exactly the same, okay? All that's going to change is that there's going to be elemental brands. This does, however, actually change a good bit. Now, instead of just having to get hit once, there's a chance you may have to get hit twice. Please make sure, again, you are not getting hit by 2 slashes at the same time. If you do, you're going to the deletion goodbye run. That said, if you're new, here's what I'm going to recommend if we see second sword phase. During the first set of slashes, during the second sword phase, just go opposite your temperature. So if I have an Ice 2 temperature, I get hit by a Fire 2 sword. Then, during the second set of slashes, I go opposite my brand. So if I have something like a Fire 2 brand, I just go to an Ice 2 sword slash. And then there you go, I've resolved. There are ways that you can resolve it in just 1 slash sometimes, but this is what I recommend if you're new. Again, just use the first set of slashes to resolve your temperature, then the second set to resolve your brand. Again, if you'd like, there's a short video, 25 seconds, that shows all of this. It's an animation. I highly recommend you look at it. That said, I'm going to talk about the final hardest phase, and that is bow phase. During bow phase, first and foremost, you'll have a wall of fire, just like in normal mode. You will need to go to either B or D to get away from this wall of fire. During the first bow phase, you will have a force march. You will need to get force march to either B or D, away from the wall of fire. I will call which one. During this, again, just like with the stop phase quick march, stop attacking if you have to. Look at your quick march, point that quick march towards either B or D. In the case that you do not get safely sent to either B or D, what's going to happen is you're going to die, and there's a chance you regains. Please do not do anything. Let your healer rescue you out of the fireball. Again, if you mess up your quick march during the bow phase, stop attacking, or do not do anything if you re-raise. Just get rescued by your healers. Before I say anything else, please go ahead and jump around. Don't get AFK kick. Wiggle, check. Again, 10-minute AFK timer. Don't get sick to another realm. Said, the second half of bow phase is where it actually gets really, really hard, okay? So, just like in, normal mode, unlike in normal mode, there are going to be 5 total areas, and there will be no tracers to see where it's ending. How you figure out where the arrows are ending is by tracing them down, okay? You'll get the ladder just like before, and you'll have to trace the arrow down. What I'm going to recommend is that you find your arrow, whichever one you need to get hit by. During the first bow phase, it'll just be opposite of your temperature. So if let's say I have an ice 2 temperature, I'm going to find my fire 2 arrow. I'm going to find out where it starts. I'm going to trace my cursor down. If I see that there's a pipe to either the left or the right, it will always take that turn. So follow it down. It will take every turn going down that it can, and it will always end up in one of the squares. That's what I'm going to recommend you do. There are other ways to solve it with the, like there are always 2 fixed patterns kind of thing, but I don't recommend that. That's kind of hard. And I don't call out, like, left high, right high. I just recommend you trace it down. I think it's way easier, way more intuitive. With that said, that is all the first bow phase. During the second bow phase, things are going to be a little bit different. It's going to be the same basic formula as made the firewall spawn. However, before the firewall, you'll need to dodge some prone line aliens. So you'll either get to the inner cardinals or the sides of the boss, and then you'll have to run towards B or D with your own 2 feet. During the latter game, that's where this actually gets really, really hard during second bow phase. It gets even harder than normal. Or it'll get even harder than first bow phase, as you will not only have your temperature, you'll not only have a brand, but you'll also have a quick march. Okay? This quick march will send you 2 squares, just like every other one in this fight. You will need to resolve all of these debuffs. At the same time, while also figuring out which arrow to get hit by and chasing it down. Honestly, if you're new, the best I can tell you is good luck if you see bow 2, because that mechanic is very hard. It'll very likely result in a lot of damage. But with that said, that's basically everything that's going to happen. That is literally every mechanic that can happen during Trinity Avowed. Again, you'll probably have to see it at least once before it actually sticks. Probably realistically more like 2-3 times. That said, if you're ready, come up to the Seaway marker. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask them. Please ask questions. I'm just about to go over that. So, tanks. Please go ahead and slot Ether Shield over your Font of Power if you're the Ether Shield tank. Okay? If your co-tank is Ether Shielding, you can keep in Font of Power. It's Glory of Dojo Wobble. Yeah, this is T and up T. That said, again, tanks, you're gonna slot in Ether Shield over your shell. You're going to cast that before every single raid fight. If you have another tank who is going to Ether Shield for you in your party, you don't have to slot it, you can slot Power otherwise, just slot Ether Shield. Also, everyone should have to be up their actions here, whether you're mimicking or just not mimicking. You will probably have to slot in new actions. Make sure you do that. I don't think we're missing anyone. Luzerian's probably good. Everyone else is up at the marker. So I'm gonna start the 30-second countdown. Reminder, please do not overmit. Trip Force, you are going to have to heal a lot here probably. You'll probably have to heal 2 to 3 times per playtime. Go ahead and use Trip 4 now so everyone starts with their bravery bonus. Make sure your tank stats are off. This fight is going to start with a tank buster, unlike every other fight. Early pull, that's okay. Tanks get to the front of the boss, tanks get to the front of the boss. Get to the front of the boss, tanks. There's a tank buster, pop a cooldown or 2. Everyone stack up with your parties, Ether Shield and mitigate. Press your Ether Shield, press your mitigation. Next up is our weapon swaps. Next up is our weapon swaps. We are getting in front of the boss. Get in front of the boss now. We're getting out and away from the boss. Get out and away from the boss. Get out and away from the boss. Get away from the boss now. If you're not out, goodbye. And get back on the boss. Next up, we're getting behind the boss. Get behind the boss now. We are starting in bow phase. We are starting in bow. Tanks once again get in front of the boss. Get in front of the boss. Pop another cooldown. Get in front of the boss, pop another cooldown. Everyone check your force march keys. This will send you to either B or D. We will need to get sent to... We're getting sent to D. Point your force march keys, stop attacking if you need to. Get force march to D. Healers, if you see someone in the firewall, please rescue them. Again, healers, if you see someone on the firewall, please rescue them out. Everyone has a temperature. Check your temperature now, check your temperature now. Find the arrow that is opposite your temperature. Find the arrow that is opposite your temperature. Trace down where it will end and go there. Stop attacking if you need to. Find your arrow, trace it down, go where it will end. Everyone come back together in front of the boss. Come back together in front of the boss on the ignore one. Go ahead, Ether Shield and mitigate, Ether Shield and mitigate. And get in front of the boss. Triple casters, make sure to heal everyone up if they've healing. Get in front of the boss. Boss is going untargetable pretty soon. Hold your 2 minutes if you haven't already pressed them. You have 18 seconds from this point forward. Boss is going to reposition and go untargetable. You're going to get your temperature. Make sure to check your temperature. As a reminder, if you're new, just hold off on the first set of freeze. Say bye-bye to Mr. Avowed. We are starting on 4. 4 is our first safe spot. 4 is our first safe spot. Go Cardinal of 4 to resolve your temperature. Okay, our next safe spot is going to be 1. Go to 1. 1 is our second safe spot. Please resolve if you have not already. If you are on 3, you are insta-dead. Do not be on 3. Back in on the boss. Back in on the boss. Come back together to Ether Shield and mitigate. Ether Shield and mitigate. Casters, you can get out after them. Casters before and get out. Everyone else stay in. Everyone can get out and away from the boss. Maybe we can wait for just a second. And everyone out now. Back in on the boss. Everyone is getting a temperature. Get to the center of the arena. Everyone get towards the center of the arena now. Check your temperature and your force march. Check your temperature and force march direction. You will need to use these to get to a medium that resolves your temperature. Stand in the center, cause some light party mitigation and shielding. Find your meteor and get force march to it. Drop up time if you need it. Drop up time if needed. Get force march to your meteor. Back in on the boss. Everyone come together to Ether Shield and Mitigate. Ether Shield and Mitigate. Next up, we are going to get behind the boss as soon as she repositions. Get behind the boss as soon as she repositions now. Get behind the boss. We're going to get cardinal. We're going to get to the left, right, or inner cardinals of the boss. Let's see which one. We are getting towards the inner cardinals, white tiles in the cardinal of the boss. Go ahead and press sprint, wait for the lines, and run to B. Run to B now. Run to B, run to B, run to B. Healers, if you see someone re-raised in the fire, please rescue them. Everyone is getting a temperature, a brand, and a force mark. A temperature, a brand, and a force mark. Check your temperature and brand, add them together. Find the arrow opposite. Find the arrow that makes you opposite your brand and get force march to where it ends. Get force march to where your arrow ends. Get force march to where your arrow ends. Very good. Come back together to Ether Shield and Mitigate. We can't really put down again. Unlucky. We have a few dead. Hopefully not too many. We're gonna work on our Rising the Dead. Work on a Rising the Dead, please. Be careful going ahead. If we go ahead, we will trigger the Queen cutscene. With that said, if you are new, if that was your first time clearing Trinity Avowed, once you are advised, come to this C wing marker. Again, if you have never cleared Trinity Avowed before, come back to the C wing marker for me. Okay, we're gonna come back here. We're going on a field trip, okay? Come back here on a field trip. You may notice this pink trap back here. We're going to use this pink trap. Go ahead, stand around, but do not walk into this pink trap, okay? I recommend you target yourself and point that little arrow at the front of your hitbox inside of it. Target yourself, put that little arrow in the front of your hitbox inside of the trap. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a countdown, and then we're gonna walk in together. Walk into that trap and welcome to the mini zone. Fun fact about this mini effect, if you are Lalafell, you are actually the tallest race at this time. Go ahead and walk down, go down all the way to the jump pad. Make sure you grab your chest if you have not already. There's a chest on A for you if you have not grabbed it. take that jump path. And you were trying to go through that gate at the back. Walk through that gate. Congrats to Lexi for being the first one. Go ahead and go down the loading zone, but do not go ahead past the loading zone. Be careful, do not go ahead past the loading zone. Do not go ahead past the loading zone. Well, we're already short on advisors. Hug the right wall. Hug the right wall. Do not go through the middle of the room. There's still a trap somewhere. Hug that right wall all the way down. If someone could please pick up Val. Actually, you know what? No. Here. No one arise Val. I'm gonna sigh. Doom, you love to see it. Go ahead and head up to the Minnow Arena. Welcome to Minotaur, the boss that is not actually a boss. Here's what I need. I need 1 tank on each of the 1, 2, 3, and 4 rings. 1 tank on 1 through 4, please. Thank you. Tanks, are you guys all good solo, or do any of you want an off tank? I will take this silence as being okay. Perfect. Healers, I need you guys to split between the D and the B waymarks. If you are willing to deflect, please stand on B. If you're willing to dispel, please stand on D. If you're willing to do both, stand between the 2 markers. Keep in mind that if you slot dispel here, you will have to keep it until the Queen. We would like some dispels for Queen as well. So please, if you slot dispel, hold it until Queen. Okay, perfect. We got all the rolls out of the way. Tanks, I'm gonna mark you guys real quick with a hex 1, 2, 3, and 4. I didn't see anyone who said they needed an off tank, so I'm gonna assume that no one needs it. Okay, at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining Sigmawk Lord. Now, first and foremost, you may be wondering why I call it the boss that is not actually a boss, and that is because the only real scary part of this boss is the outs phase. Literally everything about this boss outside of the outs phase is very easy, very simple, just like some conals, some puddles, just don't send an orange, you're fine. That said, its ad phase is very scary. So during the outs phase, the boss is going to go untargetable and is going to spawn 4 of its children. These children need to die as fast as possible, because as soon as they're all dead, we exit the outs phase and we are back to chilling. These, its children are actually very fast whenever they're together. They get each other high on sugar or whatever. So we need to keep them as far apart and kite them. As long as they're kept apart, they're very easily kiteable. Just spam ranged attacks, walk around the circle. However, if they get too close together, they go hyper speed and they start whacking everyone. Each of these adds auto attacks apply a doom stack to you. If you get hit twice, you get doomed. From this point on, it is no longer thrice come ruin, it is twice come ruin. Additionally, so these will need to be kited. Additionally, there are some other mechanics going on, namely healers. You will actually want to be on the inside of the ring. The arena will be split into 2 rings. Everything that is currently this dark blue will get turned into a death ball. During the outs phase, there will be 2 distinct rings, the number ring and the letter ring. If you're a healer, you are going to the letter ring. Please make sure, if you are not a healer, you are not on the letter ring, you are on the number ring, as that is where you contribute the most damage. If you are a healer, you're going to be on that letter ring, and you will have to use your Reflect and your Dispel. If you are reflecting, you're going to find the fire orbs. They will literally be called balls of fire. You're going to stand under them with your Reflect active. they're going to do an AoE around them. If you have Reflect Up, you are going to kill them. If you don't, they're going to kill you. If you were Dispelling, you are going to find the Balls of Earth. These Balls of Earth have a stone skill on them that needs to be dispelled. They cannot be killed without dispelling the stone skill. Then once the stone skin is gone, it only actually has like 400 HP without it, so just use your dot, use your single target, and just kill it real quick. The only thing that you have that will not kill it is your auto attack. For everyone, there's a couple casts that are pretty important. So if you are there are a couple big casts that are pretty important. The most important of which is going to be, it's going to be that Fateful Words. Lorianne already posted an image of it in the thread. There are going to be 2 debuffs that go out. You will get one of these 2. If you have the Sacrifice Pull mechanic, you are going to get pulled in towards the boss. If you have the Wanderer's Push mechanic, you are going to get knocked back away from the boss. You can remember which is which by hovering over the debuffs when you get it. It'll say that you're getting pulled or pushed. You can also just remember it by the icons. If you see the spaghetti monster icon that is sucking up noodles, please get out towards the edge notches. If you are getting pushed in, and it looks like Sig is shoving you down the stairs, you are going to get towards the inside notches. During this mechanic, I will constantly tell you to do your words, do your words, do your words, find your debuff, do your word. Please make sure that you are resolving these debuffs, as this is where the most people die in this encounter. If you make it through there, pretty much everything else is free. I highly recommend to just not care about damage when these debuffs are out. Stop attacking, do your word. If you look on the ground in front of you, you can actually see where these notches will be. You notice how there are little lines that form the notches. You're going to want to send in these when they appear during the ads phase to resolve these. There are a couple other mechanics, that's the big one. A couple other things are entrapment. This is the first thing that's going to happen during ads phase after the ads get pulled out. You're going to need to be on a cardinal if you're on the outer ring, as traps will spawn in between the cardinals. If you are not on the 1, 2, 3, or 4, you will likely get insta-exploded and say goodbye. Please make sure during entrapment you're just standing in the south. I recommend you just stand on 3. Additionally, there's Devastating Bolt. This is going to require you to get into any of the notches. So you're just going to find your favorite notch, get inside of it, and then after that you're going to dodge the lightning petals. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. The rest is just like puddles, cuddles, all of that. One final thing is that, first and foremost, things make sure your stance is off until the ads phase. I'll call when you turn it on. Additionally, please do not use your big damage actions at the start of the fight. This boss, again, as I said, the only real hard part of it is the ads phase. So we're just not going to burn our big cooldowns until then. Don't use anything that is longer than a minute cooldown outside of the ads phase. Or until the ads phase starts, sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this fight. If you have any questions, please ask them. Again, as I said earlier, there are no bad questions unless your name is Wobble to Bobble. Otherwise, get across the purple line once you are ready. Come to the 3-way marker. My day is pretty good. I woke up, and then I made food, and then I put up the PF. So, I'd say that's going pretty good. But yeah, seems like pretty much everyone is ready. I'm gonna start a 20-second countdown. Again, do not use your actions. Do not use lost actions. If it's anything longer than a 1-minute cooldown, do not press it. Currently it is 12:30 a.m. East Coast. Yeah, I've never been able to be awake during the day. I don't know what it is. We're gonna pull the boss. Don't use anything that's a long cooldown. If you use lost action, or every lost action or long cooldown you use makes me cry. I stay away from the front, little pink buster. Summoners with mid cannot survive this. Everyone press your knockback immunity. Press your knockback immunity on Zunker should cast down. Everyone should get in towards the boss. Get into the boss now. There's gonna be some clones you need to dodge. Dodge the clone, stop attacking if needed. Dodge clone, stop attacking if needed. After this, get out, and away. Get out, and away. Get out, and away. Away from the boss. Tanks get to your positions. Out, and away. Everyone can get to their positions. Healers on the letters. DPS on the 3. Everyone else, or tanks get on your position. Provoke those odds. Or let Cam die. Both are funny. Burn down the South Monk. Use your lost actions. Big damage. Big damage. Burn down these odds. And get into the 3-way marker. Get to the 3, get to the 3, get to the 3. Tanks pop your invuln and soon. Pop your invuln and soon.
There's a loose one that's just chilling. It was on cam.
Oh, okay. Which one?
They're both on 2 now.
I don't have range for both. Do your words. Resolve your debuff, do your words. Resolve your debuff, do your words. Resolve debuff, do your words. There's a loose odd. Oh no. Okay, someone pick up the odd. Get into a notch, any notch. Get into any notch. Get into any notch. Dodge these puddles, dodge these puddles. If a tank could pick up the 1 near 4, I got it. Just rotate them towards each other. Kill the monks. Next up, yeah. Surely this is fine. We're gonna kill the monks. You're getting debuffs, but don't do them. Get to any notch. 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 And dodge puddles. Very nice. Do not go near A. Do not go near A. Do not go near A. Do not go near A.
It's good.
There's gonna be a raid wide. Healers, please focus on our rising. Healers, focus on our rising. Next up are gonna be some rapid bolts. If you get a marker, take it out and away, and then get out of this puddle. Take these out and away, and then get out of the puddle it leaves. Casters can start getting out and away. Casters start getting out and away. Get out and away. And get back in towards the boss. Next up is going to be 2 more sets of rapid bolts. Take these rapid bolts out and away. Rapid bolts out and away. Rapid bolts out and away. 1 more set of rapid bolts. Take them out and away. Next up is going to be a proximity. Get half the arena away from proximity near he is safe. And then get in towards the boss immediately after. Get in towards the boss now. Get in towards the boss. Dodge the conals. Dodge conals. Not getting whacked is your #1 and only priority. Healers, please focus on a rising. Please focus on a rising. Get away from the front of the boss. And pop your knockback immunity and dodge conals. Pop knockback immunity, dodge conals. Get in towards the boss and dodge conals. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing with the dead. Kill the boss.
There's only a few more dead.
Okay,
I
perfect.
thought he was tanking one of the ads at the start. I
Yes,
think
there was a tank that didn't grab one, so it was on cam like the whole time, and then he died and it went loose.
Unfortunate. Okay, I think that's almost. Is that everyone up? Everyone good?
No, there's one more down.
1 more? Okay. I can just sack them, if healers don't want to slot new prices. If you already slotted
I think
them,
Chris
it's
just
okay.
slotted it into a rice plate.
I still got 3 arise plates.
After they go, it might be worth it to just sack, so we can save arises for after. They're up, we're good. We're running super low though on our reses.
Yeah, so from this point forward, please make sure to play your life. Again, your life is worth more than whatever damage you would do trying to DPS during mechanics. If you don't know what's happening, just stop attacking if needed.
Yeah, I might just have to hold damage on Queen if needed for the LV3 if we kill too fast.
Yeah, we'll see. That said, welcome to Queen. Queen is a relatively straightforward fight for you guys. All you have to do is listen to instructions. Before we get into any explanations, if you are new, you do not have a re-raiser on you, please stand on the one waymark. Please stop playing at moments. If you are new, please stand on the one waymark. If you do not have a re-raiser currently applied. If you are new with no re-raiser, I have 4 of them to go away.
I'll take one if you've got a spare.
I will get, I'm gonna start getting into these 2 people. Once you have it, please step away. Chow, if you want to get the next 2. Again, if you are new and you do not have a re-raiser on you, please go ahead and stand on one. Okay, once you have a re-raiser, feel free to step away. Once you have a re-raiser applied, feel free to step away. I'm gonna get Strike. I will get, Go. Is there any other new person who does not have a re-raiser currently on them? As long as you have one, that's fine. We can give away applications, but we cannot give away the actual item, so... Okay, so, welcome to Queen and about the actual waymarks. So, Queen is, again, for you guys, a very, 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 very straightforward fight. Literally, pretty much 90% of this fight is just, listening to the caller. As long as I am not bad, we should be chillin'. If I am bad, then it's joking. That said, there are a couple things you should know before we start. First and foremost, or most importantly, I guess, there is one thing you will need to resolve for yourself, or I guess you won't need to resolve, but you will need to figure out which of 3 options you are. Okay? So, during the penultimate mechanic, super chats, or I guess penultimate's not the right word. During its like most notorious mechanic, super chats, the boss is going to give away 2 debuffs. Okay? You will have 2 of a 2, a 3, or a 4. You will need to add these up. Keep in mind that you cannot get the same debuff twice, okay? It will have the numbers in Roman numerals, in dots, and also in Latin apparently, if you hover over the text bar. You are going to need to add these together, okay? You can see what these debuffs look like in the thread. Yo, shout out whoever just gave me Protect 1, that's so fire. Yo, thank you, Wabo. But yeah, you'll get 2 debuffs, you'll need to add them together, and I will tell you where to go based on these debuffs, okay? So I will say something like 5s to 3, 6s to 4, 7s to a 4. You will need to figure out what your debuff total is, and then stand on the marker or the square that I call out, okay? If you don't understand the square calls, you can also look for someone who has a number above their head, either a hex 5, a hex 6, or a hex 7. There will likely be events marking themselves. Please look out for those if you don't understand the markers. I'll go over the markers as well in just a second. But yeah, I will call out everything based on your debuff totals. Eric is our queen backer. Eric, if you want to triangle yourself. But yeah, that is literally all you have to worry about with Beam. Otherwise, just follow instructions. For Super Chess, it should be noted, I guess I need to go over this as well. You are going to, after Super Chess starts, you are going to get dots above your head, okay? You either have a 2, a 3, or a 4 of dots above your head. You need to move until those dots disappear and no further. If once your dots disappear, you keep moving, you will get the Doom Spike, you will die, okay? Move until those dots disappear, okay? If you move too far, you will get a Doom Spike. If you have the Doom Spike, you have a second or two to go move back, but past that, you are dead. Again, watch the dots, move until they disappear. I will tell you which column to move into, and all of that. Move until your dots disappear and no further. I cannot emphasize that enough. The only exception to that is during the final movement. There is if during the final movement if you start on the wrong square, during the final movement, you will not be able to get to the gold tile, or you will have to move past the gold tile. You'll see a big shiny square, that is the gold tile. No matter what, end up on that gold tile during the second movement, okay? Even if your dots don't disappear, even if you get the Doom Spike, move into there. Because if you are outside of that safe square, you will insta-die anyways. You may as well die somewhere that you won't get insta-killed immediately after. Again, first movement, move until your dots disappear. Second movement, walk to the safe square. Very easy. One final thing, before I talk about the markers. Go ahead, look into your Lost Finds holster. You will see that I asked you to bring light curtains. Do not press it. Click and hold on the light curtains and drag them onto your hotbar. These can be assigned to just like any other action to your hotbar, or any other item. You want to have that on there for a mechanic later on. This mechanic will basically put orbs around the arena that do big AoEs. If you do not have a light curtain, you need to run away from them. Otherwise, stand under an orb and pop your light curtain. Okay, real quick, last thing. Go ahead, tanks, please reapply shell to your parties. Anyone who needs shell, please reapply it to them. I hear Cameron Clauser also really appreciates shell too, so make sure to give Cam all your shell 2s. Don't actually, he's just gonna put them off. Once your entire party is shelled, go ahead and put on your ether shield over your shell. Again, once your entire party is shelled, slot in a new ether shield over that shell. That way you'll have a set of charges. And yeah. Okay, so these markers are the chess markers. If you've gone on other runs before, you might be wondering what's going on, what's happening. I'm lost. These are the chess markers, battleship markers, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to call squares based on the row and the column. So for example, if I wanted to describe the square that the plus marker Cam is currently on, I would call that a B3. If I wanted to describe this square that I am currently on, this is B4. If I wanted to describe something that only has a number or letter marker, I'm just going to call it by the number or letter. For example, this square is 4. This square in the far northeast is D. We don't worry about the northwest square, that square doesn't exist and no one ever goes there anyway. So, that's literally everything I have to go over. If you have any questions, please ask them. This is your last chance to ask questions. This is the last fight of the encounter. As long as we clear it, you all will get more about. You all will get your clear. But yeah. If you are ready, come up to the B4 way now. Again, if you're ready, come to the B4 tile. If you have any questions, please ask them. If anyone has shell, please give it to Greedy. Greedy does need shell to live, otherwise, Thank you, Wobble. Perfect. Okay, seems like everyone is ready. Yeah, I don't think anyone else has VR Fog. If you want VR Ether Shield, you can go with me. I think Wobble has like a VR Sack or something. I don't know. That said, I'm gonna go and start a 30-second countdown. At this time, use your raid food. Use your raid food now. This fight really hurts even harder than today did. Get ready to use potions in your opening. I will be solo tanking, we don't need other tanks. I promise I'm not bad this time. Surely. There will be 0 skill issues today, inshallah. I will not press him. Okay, perfect. This boss starts out with a raid bite. Go and stack up in front of the boss. Stack up in front of the boss. Ether shield and mitigate. Ether shield and mitigate. Ether shield and mitigate. Tier 4 skill, everyone back up. Big healing going out. Next up is the chest line. I will call unsafe rows and columns as well as the safe square. Okay, letters to unsafe, letters to unsafe. Middle column safe. Interesting. Let's see where we're going. We're headed to the north. Okay, B1 is safe. B1 is safe. Come to the B1 tile. B1 tile, do not be on the back. Do not be on the back. Be on the B1 tile background. After this, we can just move to the A column. Move to A column, not the C column. A column, not the C column. Next up is a tank costume. I will pop my emblem. Everything is fine. No cams or harm limitation at this run. Ether shield and mitigate, ether shield and mitigate, ether shield and mitigate. Next up, the boss going to go untargetable. Boss going untargetable for our first super challenge. Okay, we're going to get to the center of the arena real quick. We're going to look towards either north or south. Turn your camera to the north. Camera to the north. Back is safe, wall is safe. 6s to 4. 7s to A4. 5s to B1. 5s to B1. 6s to 4. 7s to A4. Again, 5s to B1. 6s to 4. 7s to A4. We're going to move into the number column. Move into the column with the numbers. Move into the column with the numbers. Once your dots disappear, stop moving. Once your dots disappear, stop moving. If you get the spike, move back. Walk into the safe square no matter what. Walk into that safe square no matter what. Walk into that safe square no matter what. Walk into that safe square no matter what, and get back in on the boss. Get back in on the boss for a heavy big one.
Provoke, please. Any tank.
Get ready for a heavy raid light. Get ready to ether shield and mitigate. Ether shield and mitigate. Ether shield and mitigate. Tier 4 is ready to heal everyone up. Big healing. Next up is going to be our light curtain mechanic. Pop light curtains. We're popping light curtains in just a second. Press light curtains now. Press light curtains now. Stand under an orb if you have one. If you have a light curtain, stand under an orb. Otherwise, get to B1. B1 is safe from no light curtains. Get into any of the bubbles. Get into any of the bubbles. Get into a bubble and dispel the plume. Next up is our first relentless play mechanic. This is going to be the wind and lightning from the warrior, as well as a gap mechanic. Go ahead and check for a tether now. Tethers will go to wind, rest to lightning. Tethers to wind, rest, lightning, but we are heading to The east. Head to the east, run to the east. Headers to wind west the purple in the east. Point your grab to the gunner at A1. Point your grab to the gunner at A1. Now grab to a turret on the wall. Grab to a turret on the wall. Back in on the boss. Tank provoke please. Tank provoke please. Tank provoke. Pop your invuln if you're the tank. Good luck, Cam.
Oh my
Pass me
god,
that
he's
Cam,
so far
please.
away. So why is he
Very
over there?
good. Oh, and back up, perfect. Boss going untargetable, don't pop 2 minutes. Boss going bye-bye, don't pop 2 minutes. Do not pop your 2 minutes, get to the center of the arena. There shall be no relentless 2 missed calls today. We're going bowling. We're going bowling. Stand in the center. We're getting knocked back. Let's see which way we're going. Stand on the ignore 1 for this. Get knocked back towards B. Stand on the ignore 1. Stand on the ignore 1. Get knocked back to B. Next up, our safety boys are on B and B. Okay, perfect. All towards D2 is safe. All towards D2 is safe on the ignore 1. Boss comes back with a heavy raid wide. Get ready to ether shield and mitigate. Ether shield and mitigate now. Ether shield and mitigate now. Ether shield and mitigate. Next up is a second super chest. If you have anything left, don't pop it. Second burst, same as the first. Literally the same mechanic yet again. If both your heroes are dead, please mark them with a chain icon, otherwise we are turning our camera towards the south. Turn your camera towards the south. Back is safe, wall is safe. 6s to D, 7s to C, 5s in front of the gold tile at B3. 5s to B3, 6s to D, 7s to C. 5s to B3, 6s to D, 7s to C. We are walking up the D column as soon as these dots appear. Dots appear, walk into and up the D column. Walk until your dots disappear in the D column. Walk until your dots disappear in the D column. This time walk into the safe square no matter what. If both your heroes are dead, please mark them to be sacrificed. If both heroes are dead, please mark them to be sacrificed. I will get the chain free as soon as the buster goes on. Never mind, Lorian's got it. You do it, Lorian. I'm gonna take the buster. Boss comes back with a tank buster. Healers, if you have a limit break 3, please use it. Healers, use the limit break 3 now if you have it. Next up is going to be Relentless 3. Stack up on the ignore 1, stack up on the ignore 1. Stack on the ignore 1 now. Come together, stack on the ignore 1. We're going to get away from the knife towards one of the directions. Once it drops on us, wait for me to call where to go. We're getting away from the knight towards the south. Move to the center of the arena away from the knight, towards the center away from the knight, and dodge the bouncing bullet turns. You should be safe like around the C waymark, I think. No, towards the B waymark you're safe. Pop your light curtains now, pop light curtains now, pop light curtains now. If you don't have one, stand in the center of the arena, otherwise, light curtains, light curtains. Stand in any of the safe bubbles, stand in any of the safe bubbles. And dispel the fume. That is all we're gonna see. Okay, congratulations. So, a couple things to go over. First of all, I think we have like a few dead. I'm gonna go ahead and sack for one of them. Thank you all so much for coming out. So, first and foremost, if this was your first clear, congratulations. You can claim your dog from the achievements menu once you leave the instance. Before you leave the instance, please wait to get revised, and then grab your chest towards the B waymark. Additionally, in the back, there is a nice place to take some pictures, so if you'd like to take a screenshot onto your clear, go ahead, head to the tree in the back and take one. That said, thank you all so much for coming. I love doing DRS. I can't do DRS without other people who want to do it though. Thank you for coming out. My weekly is going to keep going for the foreseeable future. So if you want more DRS, come to my runs. Additionally, there are runs over all of NA pretty much every day.